Okay, so today basically we'll be focusing on the first, second, third conditional, wish, and some advanced points related to all of them. And we'll start first with the zero conditional. Okay, now what do we actually mean by the zero conditional? Any ideas, or when do we use it?
I think you talk about if.
Yes, if zero conditional, not one, not second, like
present simple, present simple.
Okay, what when do we use present simple,
Facts.
present simple?
We use
When
it
you
to
talk about facts.
Facts. Okay.
Yeah.
طيب في الديفيجن of the course books او division of the grammar books is basically zero conditional first, second, third. ده الديفيجن اللي احنا كلنا متعودين عليه. However, today we're gonna like see it from a different point of view. Okay, we're gonna see it from the point of like which one is real or something that could happen, and which one is not real or something that might not happen or imaginary. Okay. Now, as you said, for the zero conditional, we have present simple, and it's related to facts. Okay. And this is the first thing. Now, if you take a look at this one here, this is the first thing we're going to look at. So it's used when the result will always happen. Like there is no change. The result will always happen. It's a fact, okay, not a particular situation. And the result is always in the main clause. And for example, if water reaches 100 degrees, it always boils. That's it. Nothing else will happen. Okay. Now, it's often used to state unavoidable negative outcome. Sometimes we have a negative outcome and it's unavoidable, so we can use the zero condition. Okay. And also, it's normally used with breakdown, fine, punishment, a change in state, or something like that. For example, there is a charge of 50 sterling if you are over a week late. So sometimes when we speak about fines, punishments, or anything, we can use the first conditional. So far, how many uses?
2.
Good. Okay, now I want every one of you to think of a sentence related to the second usage. Something about a fine, a punishment, a change in state.
If you don't do your homework, I will tell your mother. No.
Yes.
I tell your mother.
I tell your mother, okay. Or if you don't do your homework, you don't get any money.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yes.
Yeah.
Or you're grounded. Okay. Now, if we're looking at the form, okay, now have a look at this sentence here. If water reaches 100 degrees, it always boils. Now,
yeah.
Is my intonation up or down?
Up in if in the if sentence.
Okay.
Down.
Yes.
And down in the second clause. Okay. So if water reaches 100 degrees, it always boils. If water reaches 100 degrees, it always boils, and so on. And as you said, present simple, present simple. Okay, and this is the easiest one of them, and this is the very first one of them. Okay. Now, any questions so far about the two uses?
No.
Good. Okay. Now we get to the ones that are used a lot, and we start with the first conditional. Okay, now this is a sentence. I'm going to give you some time to answer these questions alone. So everyone, take a moment, read the sentence, look at the questions, write your answers.
Yeah.
Okay, so are we done?
Yeah.
Okay, so based on the
Yeah.
sentence, will Ali see Mona?
Maybe yes, maybe no.
Maybe.
So it's a
depends.
maybe.
Mm.
Okay, now will he definitely see her?
No.
No, probably.
Okay, so it's something possible, right?
Yeah.
Good. And is there a chance that he will see her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Is it very likely that he will see her?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So based on these questions, the first conditional is like, when do we use it?
When it's possible,
Okay.
maybe 80%, we can say it like that.
Okay. When something is possible to happen or likely to happen, we use the
Yes.
first condition. Good. Okay. Now, as we said, we normally use, okay, the first conditional, it will describe something that's possible and likely to happen in the future.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if you look at the sentences that we have here, I'll give her your love if I see her, not if I will see her. Okay. If we have fine weather tomorrow, I'm going to paint the windows, or as soon as we have fine weather, I'm going to paint the windows. So basically, we can use it to say that something is possible to happen in the future. And we can also use as soon as instead of if.
Mm.
Okay, it might give a similar meaning. And if you notice here, I used going to, or the present
Very well.
simple. All of them mean that something is possible to happen in the future.
Mr. Hamid, please.
Yes, Riham.
We use as soon as just in this case, in the first conditional, or all of them.
No, بصي, let's not like link some words with the rule. Yani as soon as can be used with many other things.
I know, but I mean here, is it just related to the first conditional, or I can use it in the second or third?
Okay, let me
You got
think.
my.
Yeah, I got
Okay.
your point.
Okay.
So as soon as no, I think we can use it with the second conditional. Yes,
Okay.
it's possible. Yes, I think we're gonna see some examples when we come to the second condition.
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you.
You're welcome. Okay, so again, the first use or the first thing that commonly known about the F first conditional is something that's possible or likely to happen in the future. Okay. So it's also used to give warnings and advice, not only something possible to happen. So we can also use it to give warnings and advice. So for example, if you pick it up when it's hot, you will burn your fingers. Okay. Now, there are many other uses for the first conditional that we can use it, something similar to warnings and advice. So right now, I just need you to brainstorm some ideas. When do we use the first conditional? Like we said, something possible to happen in the future. We said warnings and advice. What else? Okay. So I'm gonna give you some time, like 2 or 3 minutes to think together. Okay.
I think.
So,
Okay.
sorry, Abdullah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So just try to think together, try to brainstorm some ideas. When else do we use the first condition?
What was the question? Actually, some other uses of the first conditional.
Yes. I think we use it to talk about future situation that we believe that's possible, as he said before, and this is
Oh yes, and the other one was to advise or to warn, right?
and this is for the second one. Yeah.
No,
For
for
warning,
the first conditional.
yeah, for the first one, yes.
Yes.
So, but Are there many others for this?
Sorry?
Are there many other uses rather than
I'm not
this?
sure actually. I'm not good at memorizing this.
What's going on?
My dad is fixing
Oh yeah,
here. Yeah.
oh yeah, no problem. Yes.
Okay. I just had a question. I was asking if the last example that Mr. Hamid gave, wouldn't I use the zero conditional?
Wouldn't
Fact
what?
that it's warning. I guess the zero conditional was talking about warnings too. You remember you pay 50 sterling if you did something wrong.
I forgot
I-
about the second point because I didn't brainstorm any examples, so I got lost.
You
This
mean
is what-
the second point of the
Racing, like if you listen to your mom, she will get you a present, maybe.
Yeah, like a promise, right?
Yeah.
It's a promise.
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Very good. What about you, Miss Minna? Do you have any more ideas?
I know the sentence.
Sorry?
I know the sentence.
I can't hear you clearly.
I don't have an idea.
Yeah, okay.
The
Okay.
sentence, promise, advice. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Order something like if you study hard, you will pass the exam.
Yeah,
That's something possible.
yeah.
That's right.
Possible?
Yeah, so I think actually you said something here.
Related to something will happen in the future.
Yeah,
It's
so
possible
something
to happen.
likely to happen in the future. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, Miss Minna, I think you said something, advice, I think.
Okay, welcome back, everyone. So I think someone said advice or something. Someone said something that's possible to happen. We have said these things. Okay, any other ideas?
I think to make a request or to order someone.
To order someone. Okay, can you give me an example?
If you meet Ali, give him this book.
When I finish work, I'll call you.
Okay, so if you meet Ali, give him this book. Okay, and okay, when I finish, I will meet you. Good. So let's take a look at the first one. If you meet Ali, give him this book. This is actually the zero conditional, the very first one.
Not first one, it's zero.
Yes, like the present simple, present simple.
Mm.
No, it's order. The present simple and the order.
Oh, when
him.
you meet Ali, give him this book.
Mm.
Okay, but still, this is not using will or may or might or something like that. So we need something similar.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
in this sentence, can't we say, if you meet Ali, will you give him this book? Like,
Yeah, we can do that. It will be some sort of a request.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think also a promise. We can use it to give a
Okay.
promise.
Promises. Okay. Anything else?
I suppose there is something strange that you're gonna say.
What do you mean?
Strange in this if
Oh,
condition.
no, there is nothing strange. Don't worry. Okay. So let's have a look together. The second thing is making predictions or speculations about future events. So, for example, if it works, we will make a lot of money. Okay. So this is something about the future. If this works, we will make a lot of money. Some sort of a prediction. Okay.
I think
So-
it's related to the first usage when I say
No, but
something
the
will-
first usage is something likely to happen.
Yeah.
This one is a prediction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, we use it to threaten people.
I
Mm.
want-
Okay. And children.
Yeah.
Okay. Like if you don't leave right now, I'll call the police, for example.
Yes, we were discussing something related to the zero conditional,
Okay.
which was trying to threat someone. I was talking to Riham and she was telling me about the second point because I forgot about this.
What do you mean about the
The
second
second
point?
one in the zero condition, we were talking about that it's a threat from an authority, not like a mom or a friendly one or a friendly threat.
Oh, this one?
Yes, there is a charge of 50 euro if you're over a week late
Yeah,
with your
it's more related to authorities, yes.
yeah, so using the present simple or the zero conditional with in this point.
Yeah.
Okay. And the first one, if it's more friendly or
This one, the threatening for the
Mm.
first is like more personal.
yes.
It's related to the people.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Also, we use it to make offers, promises. Okay.
Mm.
So, for example, if you lend me the football, I'll lend you my Scrabble set, for example.
Is this some kind of offer? I didn't agree with Mr. Abdullah actually about offers because offers are supposed to be nicer. You're not supposed
No,
to
no, this is
depend on a condition.
no, this
Yeah.
is an offer. Like I make a like if you give me
No,
this,
this
I'll
is a
give you
kind of deal, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
Like for example, if you cover for me today, I'll cover for you tomorrow.
This is not an offer. Still,
It's an
this is a
offer.
deal.
I'm offering that
it's a
you cover
deal.
for me, and I'm offering that I will cover for you tomorrow.
An offer is that I offered to do something, not expecting anything in return, but
No, this will be a
Okay.
favor.
okay. Okay. No problem.
And not all people are as nice as you. Like normally
Oh,
when we
thank
make
you.
offers, we expect something in return.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Okay. So that's the thing we can use it in also is to make offers, promises. Okay. Also, we can have to discuss hypotheses or offer theories. Okay, like if the lever moves clockwise, I think the gate will open. To discuss some sort of a theory. Or for example, if like for example, if the level of water rises in the Nile, Aswan will drown, for example.
Yeah.
Just some sort of a theory. Okay. Also, we can draw conclusions from evidence. Something like this. If they are all here, then there is nobody at reception. Okay. Or at the reception. So we can also make it to deduce something based on some evidence. And finally, we can use it to state instructions. If you press button C, the machine will switch off. Okay, so I'll give you a minute, look at the uses again, and tell me if there is something you would still need clarification on.
I think.
So what do you
About
mean by barter?
Yeah, I'll let you know. Just a minute, take a look at the others, and then we will discuss the meanings and so
Okay, thank you.
about the conclusion from evidence.
on.
Is this first conditional?
Yeah, we can use the first condition, yes.
But
Look,
here,
let's
Yeah.
again, let's think about it, not just as first or second conditional, because I know that the first conditional should include will and so on. Okay, so let's think about it regarding something that's possible to happen. Okay, which is basically the zero first conditional, or something that is not possible to happen. Okay, so yeah, it's related to the zero conditional, but again, it's something possible to happen. It's not a fact. Okay. Okay. Now, you asked about barter. Okay. Now, actually, barter is the example that we have here. It's like to exchange goods or favors, or exchange services.
But why don't we use here in drawing conclusion? If you are stating that using the first conditional as present simple will and the infinitive, we are using here the zero condition.
We are using the zero conditional, yes, but again,
Mm.
it's not a 100% fact, so we can call it the zero conditional. Okay,
Mm.
but we are using the form of the zero conditional for something that's possible to happen. So it's kind of, the meaning is related to the first conditional, but the form is related to the zero conditional.
So why don't we add it to the zero conditional?
We can add it to the zero conditional as well, but again,
Okay.
because the zero conditional is more related to facts and so on,
Mm.
it makes more sense to be here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why don't we add will in the second phrase?
How can you add it?
If they are all here, then there will be nobody at the reception.
It's because when you say there will be nobody at the reception, it means like a future thing, not happening now.
Mm.
Okay. Like if you say, for example, if they all come here, then there will be nobody in the reception. Yes, it makes more sense this way.
Mm.
For example, let me just add it to show you the difference. Okay.
Mm.
For example. Okay, if they all come here, then there will be no one at the reception. So it's kind of possible to happen, but it didn't actually happen yet.
Mm.
Okay, Rehan, if you're talking, you're muted. Just why?
No, I'm just thinking.
Okay, think about it if as much as you want, and let me know if it's still not clear.
Mm.
Okay,
Okay, it makes sense. Thank you.
you're welcome. Okay. Any other questions before we move on?
No.
Good. Now, if we're talking about the form and pronunciation, let's have a look at this sentence here. So, do you think intonation will be similar to the zero conditional?
No.
Mm, no.
Okay, what would the intonation look like or be like?
Fall and rise.
Fold and rise?
Mm.
Okay, do you all agree?
Yeah.
Actually, all the if conditionals are the same.
Mm.
Okay, like they rise first, then they fall.
If I won the lottery, I will buy a Ferrari.
Yeah, like if I win the lottery, I'll buy a Ferrari.
Mm.
Okay,
Mm.
good. And again, the form is pretty similar, like if present simple. And then in the second, we can use will, may, can, might, plus the base form.
Mm. Okay.
And of course, the meaning will be a little bit different with each modal verb.
Mm.
Mr. Hamid, isn't the intonation changeable? I mean, I'll buy a Ferrari, so it will be raising to.
No,
Ferrari is
it will be
something.
very unnatural. Like if you say, if I win the lottery, I'll buy a Ferrari.
No, I mean, I'll buy a Ferrari. You know, it's
This will be sentence stress, not intonation. Okay, if you're saying,
but
if I win the
there's a
lottery,
rising in my tone.
I'll buy a Ferrari. Okay, you're stressing the word Ferrari a little bit more. Okay, but it's not a rising intonation. It shouldn't be a rising intonation.
Okay.
Okay, it's normally a falling intonation.
So we don't change the intonation depending on the situation.
Normally in the if conditionals or with the if conditionals, we should keep it this way, because if you think about it, normally the result of something that you're not sure it will happen should be falling.
Okay.
Because if you rise, if your intonation rises, it means you're kind of sure that this will happen.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions?
Mm.
Okay, now take a look at the sentence again. Which words are stressed?
When,
Okay,
lottery, buy, Ferrari,
and Ferrari, good. Okay,
Ferrari.
and which words have a weak form?
and I.
Okay, so basically, I'll buy. This is
Mm.
the weak form we wanna focus on. I'll buy a Ferrari, not I will buy a Ferrari.
Okay.
Okay, good.
The meant using the weak form is the unstressed words. The same meaning, weak forms or unstressed words. You
Not
mean the same?
necessarily. Not necessarily. For example, let's have a look at this sentence. If I win the lottery, okay. For example, if I, the are not stressed. Okay.
Okay.
In if and I, we don't actually have a weak form. It's just unstressed.
Okay.
In the, yes, we do have a weak form like the lottery, the lottery, but this rule doesn't apply for everything.
So it's stronger than the unstressed, but less.
Normally,
Less
what we mean by weak forms or linking is two words which are linked together. One of them becomes weak.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Any other questions before we move on to the second conditional?
Mm. Mr. Hamid, what did you say about if we have two what after each other?
No,
We will
normally
have-
if we have two words, for example, like I will,
Mm.
and we contract them when we speak, this is called the weak form. We're using the weak form of the word.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Now for the second conditional, which is basically about unreal situations, not real ones. So the first and zero conditional are basically about real situations. Second and third are more or less about unreal situations. So again, have a look at this sentence. Try to answer the questions. I'll give you a couple of minutes.
Right.
Okay, do we have some answers?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's listen to the people and let's listen to someone who didn't speak today. So for example, let's have, okay, Marwa, Minna, Noha, and other people. What do you think about the first one? Is it possible to go to the moon?
No.
No.
No, not possible. Okay.
Why?
it-
Are there any difference between possible and between likely?
A little bit.
I think possible, so it's yes. Likely, no.
Okay,
Because here
now
it's
if I went to the moon, I'd bring you back some cheese. So for me as a person right now, or for you, Rania,
Mm,
is it possible to go to the moon?
yes, but you are talking about the conditional sentence.
Yes.
Not bringing some cheese from the moon. Yes.
Yeah, I'm talking
it-
about the possibility.
Yeah. So yes,
Okay.
but it's unlikely to happen.
It is,
So maybe
but it might be possible, but it's unlikely to happen. Yes.
yeah, it's unreal situation. Yes.
Yeah, it's
as you said
something
before.
that's highly not possible to happen.
I'm talking about explaining or demonstrating the differences between possible and likely.
Oh, no, it's something, it could be possible, but it's unlikely to happen.
It should be okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, I
So
got it.
is it likely that I could go to the moon?
No.
No. Okay. Am I really going to the moon?
Possible.
No.
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 Okay. Will I bring cheese?
No.
No.
Why not?
Because it's unlikely.
It's
Because I'm not
blank
going to the
there.
moon.
There is no cheese.
Yeah, like there is no cheese on the moon, and because I'm not going to the moon.
Yeah.
So yes, it's something possible to happen, but it's not likely to happen.
Mm.
Okay. Now, if we think about the meaning or use for the second conditional, we normally use it to talk about something or things that are impossible or just possible but unlikely to happen or nearly impossible. Okay. So, and again, many of the second conditional sentences can be followed by but I'm not or something that gives a negative meaning.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So for example, if I went to Moscow, I'd buy some caviar, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going. Okay. So this is how we could normally complete the sentences.
Mm.
Also, if she believed you, she would cancel the booking right now, but she doesn't, so she won't. Okay, have a look at the two sentences, the two examples, before we move on.
Okay.
Okay, does it make sense?
Mm.
Nice. Okay, so this is the basic use for the second conditional. Okay, moving on. Now, if we talk about the difference in meaning between the first and second conditional, it's actually a matter of individual view. It's not a fact. Like, it depends on how you see it. So the same situation could be stated using the first or the second, depending on how likely you feel about it.
Mm.
Okay, so for example, if I won the lottery, I buy a Ferrari, it means I don't have any hope of winning the lottery. Someone else who might have some hope or who might be sometimes optimistic might say, if I win the lottery, I'll buy a Ferrari. So it depends on what you think.
Mhm.
Okay,
But
now
I think this example goes more with the second conditional
why?
because it's unlikely to win the lottery.
But someone already wins.
But it's like something which is unlikely to happen or to buy Ferrari. I don't know, but
I know it's
I
something that
feel it's more natural if I said if I won the lottery, I would buy Ferrari.
okay. Now it regarding being possible or impossible, it's again a matter of personal view. For example, let's say you are living in a place that only has 1,000 people, so you have a chance of winning because one of you will win. Okay. So maybe you're optimistic enough to say, if I win the lottery, I'll buy a Ferrari.
Okay.
Okay. Someone else might say it's a long shot. We have millions in the draw. So if I won the lottery, I'd buy a Ferrari. So again, it depends on the personal view. Okay, now regarding teachers, when they sometimes categorize the meaning of the second conditional as 0 to -1% of happening, and it's either impossible or possible but improbable to happen. This is how we normally categorize it. Like there is almost no chance of happening.
Mm.
Okay. Good.
Impossible or what again? Yeah,
It
or
could be
possible?
either impossible or
Mm,
possible but improbable. It's unlikely to happen.
yes, okay. I prefer this word, unlikely to happen. It's more
Yeah,
easy.
improbable means like there is no probability
Yes.
for it to happen, so it's mainly unlikely.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now talking about the form and pronunciation, again, the intonation is the same.
Mm.
Okay, if I win the lottery, I'd buy a Ferrari. Okay, now how do we say the second part of the sentence? This one?
I'd.
Yeah,
I'd.
I'd buy. We normally say it in a
Mm.
weak form. I'd buy a Ferrari.
Mm.
Okay, and of course we have if plus past simple, and in the second one, we might have would,
Would.
could, or might plus the base.
Mm.
Okay. Now I'll give you some time to put these verbs into the correct form, either in the first conditional or the second conditional. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So I'll give you a couple of minutes before we check it out.
Okay.
Mister, is it only second condition or second and first?
Second or first?
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Done.
Done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Nice.
done.
Nice. Everybody else, are we close?
Done.
Nice. Okay. So I'm gonna send you this one to your WhatsApp, and I'm gonna send you to breakout rooms just to share ideas together.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, hello, Noah.
Hello, Marwa.
Hi, everyone.
Hello,
Give me a
Sonia.
I'm
second.
Rania.
Give me a second to share the screen, please.
Okay.
Would lose.
Would lose,
Yeah, and 5.
would be,
Yeah, would be.
Would be.
6.
Number 5. Number 5
Yes,
would be.
would
amazed.
be. Would be amazed if they did.
Yeah.
And 6.
Was.
where, if you were,
Because
Where,
it's if
stopped.
condition could be was, but we'll see. In a left and it stopped between floors. Okay. And 7,
Yeah. Gave.
so it's was,
Would have.
because it's if condition.
so
No. I think if I were you only.
yeah.
Okay, we'll see.
So we change if he were you, if I think that we change
I were, and I can say I was if I was you.
no, no, it's not if I was you,
yeah,
it's
that's
if I
right.
were
Yes,
you,
yes, yes,
but,
yes. With
but we
I,
don't
I-
change was with you,
if I were you.
yes.
It's if I were you, and I think that. But
You were.
last week I read in the book in someone called Abanoub. He said if I was you, it's probably,
Yes,
but it's not used.
If I was, okay, yeah, if I
The
was you.
general, if I were you.
If I were you, because it's
Yeah.
impossible,
But,
just like
but I can sometimes use if I was you.
it could be.
Could be.
It stopped. And 7,
Stopped, yes,
if
stopped.
somebody gives me,
Gives or gave.
This one
Thank
depends on the being
Exactly.
optimistic or pessimistic, I think.
that's right. Yes.
But I
I'll
think
have a very long holiday.
The
it's
individual view.
Okay.
Yeah, it depends on our opinion,
yeah. It depends on you.
yeah, our feelings, let's say.
Yeah, that's right. Can I say if somebody gives or gave, and I can say I will have or I would have. Yes.
Yes. that's
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
If it's likely to happen, so you can say if somebody gives me 10,000
Yeah, that's right.
pounds, I will have. But if it's
Yes.
unlikely to happen, so if somebody gave me, I
Very-
would
yeah,
have
that's-
a very long.
Exactly. Exactly. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that all these 6 sentences are in second condition, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, because
No,
Mr. Hamid confused me a little when he said it
No,
would be
number
first or
5.
second.
Number 5. I think I'm amazed. It's the first.
But we have
If they did, yes.
Would be.
Would be or I'm amazed. No. Yes. That's right.
Oh,
Would
yeah.
be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would be.
Because you have
So I think they would be.
Okay. What would you do if you were
Where?
in a lift and it is stopped between floors?
Yeah.
Okay. 7, if somebody
Gave.
gave, yes,
Gave. Yeah.
10,000 euro, it's an imaginative situation. So I would have,
Where? A very long holiday. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. And that's it. We are here Mhm.
Okay, everyone, welcome back. So, okay, now nice ideas in the breakout rooms, some good discussions. So let's have a look at that. So, what about the second one? What do you think?
Both.
Asked. Bought.
Yeah.
Okay, if I bought a car, I'd have to borrow. Okay, what about number 3?
Asked.
Ask it.
Asked.
Past. Okay, good. Okay, so some of you said all of them are the second conditional. Do you all agree?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So which one you think is not going to be the
Number
second?
7. Number 7.
The last.
Yeah,
the last
depends
one.
on our individual view.
Okay,
Exactly.
now
Because-
do you
Four.
think that in any case, it's possible for someone to give you 10,000 English pounds?
No. No.
No.
Who knows?
But
Come
it could-
on.
Possible.
But it
It's
could
possible.
happen.
No, it would happen actually.
It could happen if it's like a sugar daddy or something, or a sugar mom.
Yes, or my uncle is Naguib Sawiris.
Yeah, Naguib Sawiris or something. But this doesn't
Yeah.
normally happen. Okay, so let's have a look together and see if you have the same ideas or not.
What do you wish?
Yeah.
Mm.
So 7
Okay.
also a second condition in this case.
Yeah, I think it's more or less in the second condition because it's not actually possible. Or it's highly unlikely to happen. Especially nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, okay.
So I remember that I read before that in if conditionals we use. I know that we use I wear, if I wear, but what about he and she?
We will come to this
It.
one. We will come to this one now, don't worry.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so now we'll be talking about some other uses, some other points. Okay, now normally we use it, we can use the second conditional when we imagine a situation, okay, in the past, or the form is normally in the past, but the meaning will be in the present. So for example, there are many things I would like to do if I had more time. Okay, but I don't. So it's something that I imagine could be different in the present, but again, the form is in the past. We wouldn't have any money if we didn't work. Okay, so this is another idea that might that we might use the second conditional to express. Okay, now also we have wish. Okay, we normally use the past after wish, like I wish I knew, I wish you were here. Okay, to say that we regret something, that something is not as we would like it to be. So for example, I wish I knew Paul's phone number. I don't know it now and I regret it. So although the structure is past, but the meaning is present. Okay, do you ever wish you could fly? You can't fly. Okay, and it rains a lot here. I wish it didn't rain so much. Okay, so far we can use both of them, wish and the second conditional, to express something that we want to happen now. With wish specifically, we something that we regret. Okay.
Mr. Hamid, I have a problem with wishing something that I don't regret, but I wish it happens in the future. So how to make this formula?
Something you wish would happen in the future?
To wish something to happen in the future.
You can use the present simple.
I wish to, for example. I wish to travel.
For example, you can say, I wish he comes early. Okay. It will be.
I wish I can travel someday, for example, or.
I wish I can travel someday. Yes.
Okay.
But still, the idea of wish itself expresses regret most of the time.
I'm not regretting the past.
No,
I hope something in the future.
Yeah,
so
you're
it's more
regretting-
like hoping.
Yeah, but you're regretting your condition. Like, I wish I can travel, but I'm so poor. I don't have any money, so I can't travel. This is the hidden meaning. Do you get the point?
I'm not sure,
Again.
but sometimes I don't know how to express the situation that I'm wishing something to happen in the future,
Okay,
but
now
without any regrets.
it's again, we will discuss this one, but if you say, I wish, for example, okay, I wish I can travel one day. Normally, if you are using this sentence this way, it means that you kind of regret not being able to travel. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I wish I do Umrah, for example, so I'm regretting the idea that
you're regretting the idea that you don't have the money
same
or the
meaning.
time to do it.
okay.
Is it clear now?
Okay, so so the main point is that it's not something that passed.
No,
It's
it's not
not
only in the
that-
past. No.
Yes. So for wishing something in the future, I can use the present simple.
You can use the
wish,
present
right?
simple. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Because if you say, for example, I wish I could travel, it's about now. So
When I regret something in the future, I use present.
yeah, normally we can use the present simple.
Yeah, when I regret something in the present, I use the past.
Past simple, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we come to giving advice, and one of the most famous structures is if I were you, or
Yeah.
if I was you. Okay,
Say
both of them
that.
are correct.
Yeah.
Okay. But normally we can use where instead of was. Okay, so both of them are absolutely fine. So for example, have a look at these sentences and try to choose which one you think is correct.
I think in some sentences, both of them are correct.
Okay, which ones that we cannot use both of them?
Which ones? The second one, I'd go for a walk if it, because
Okay,
using the subject it, normally it goes with was, yeah, wasn't. Mm. Yes, and the fourth one.
okay. Do we all agree?
I think number one, both of them.
Okay,
Number two, wasn't.
okay.
Number three, both of them.
Hmm.
Number four was.
Number
Okay.
one, because of you declared that.
No, yeah, we already said it. Okay, any other ideas? Okay, Reham, was this the thing you were asking for or asking about? Sorry.
Mm,
Like using it and I with where, was, and so on.
the idea here is using weren't with it or he or she because it's unlikely to happen, or it's something it's not a fact, or it's not a fact.
Okay, now so far we're talking about advice, not about being fact or not.
Or sorry, for regretting something, I think.
Okay.
Or, so it's like if I were you, so we don't say if I was, for example, because I was here is what?
What?
I don't remember, but I was is like state. If so that's why we don't use it with if. because we use what I was. It's like something which is happening or it's a fact. But if I were, it's unlikely to happen or it's not happening.
Okay. Actually, we can use both of them.
I don't remember the rule itself, but
It's fine.
so can we say it weren't?
Yes.
It's just like I, right?
Yes. Normally we can use wasn't or weren't, was or were with all of them, as long as we're giving advice.
Okay.
But normally the most common one to be used with all of them is were.
Yes.
Like if I were you, if it weren't here or something like that. So normally where goes with all of them.
Mhm.
Okay. So for example, if I were you or if I was you, I wouldn't buy this coat. I'd go for a walk if it weren't so cold. I wish you were here, or I wish you was here.
Mm.
Okay, so both of them are possible.
Mm.
Okay. Any questions
Okay.
here?
No.
No.
Okay. Now, sometimes we have the word if only. Okay. We can sometimes use it also to express our regret that the situation is not different. So sometimes we say, if your job is so bad, why don't you leave? And then the reply would be, if only it was that simple, or if only it were that simple.
Mm.
Okay. So we can use if only to express again our regrets depending on the situation. Would rather and would sooner. Okay, when we talk about preferences, we can also use was or were. So we can say, I feel embarrassed about what happened and would rather the event were forgotten or was forgotten. Both are correct. Okay, also in sentences or clauses beginning with suppose, supposing, and imagine. So for example, suppose I were to lower the price, or suppose I was to lower the price. Both are absolutely fine. And also after as if, as thought, and even if, we can use both of them. Okay, as if it were yesterday or as if it was yesterday. Both are absolutely fine. Okay, so again, I'm gonna leave this one for a moment, have a look, and let me know if something is not clear.
Okay.
If only, we use it only for the second condition. We can't use it for the first one.
Normally, it expresses regret and something that would not change, so it will be difficult to use in the first condition.
So it's preferable for second.
Yeah, normally with the second condition.
Okay, thank you.
You are welcome. Okay, any questions?
As if and as though, are they the same meaning? And even
More or less, yes.
the
Sorry, Dunya?
same meaning.
Yes, they can give the same meaning,
The
yes.
same meaning? Okay, thank you. Mhm. And if I want to use as though, it's the same form when we use though and although, or it's different?
It will be the same form as if, like for example, as if it were yesterday, or as though as though it was yesterday.
Okay.
Okay, so it will be more the same use.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
Then we're good to go. Okay. Now, sometimes could means would be able to, and sometimes was or were able to. Like it can give the same meaning. So for example, she could get a better job if she could speak English, which means if she could speak now, or if she was able to speak. Okay, so sometimes we can use could with F to give this meaning. I wish I could help you, which means I wish I was able to help you, but I'm not. Okay, so we can also use could to give these meanings here. Okay, now let's come to this part. In unreal conditionals, we can use F where plus to infinitive rather than F the past simple to talk about imaginary future situations, particularly when it's unlikely that the situation will happen. So now we'll be talking about the future and something that we imagine. Okay, so for example, have a look at this one. If the technology were to become available, okay, if the technology were to become available, we would be able to expand the business. Okay, so here we do not use the past simple. We do not say if technology became available. We normally use to plus infinitive, where to become. Okay, it's more accurate when we predict something about the future. Okay, now we don't normally use this pattern with verbs such as belong, doubt, enjoy, know, like, remember, and understand when they describe a state. So for example, if I knew they were honest, I would gladly lend them the money, not if I were to know. Okay, so again, I'm predicting something about the future, but with these verbs, I do not use to plus infinitive or where to plus the base form. Okay, so again, I'm gonna leave it for a minute. Have a look, read it carefully, and let me know if you have any questions. Okay, any questions?
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good. Also, okay, we sometimes use this pattern to make a suggestion sound more polite. So if we would like to suggest something and make it more polite, we can use this pattern. Like, for example, would it be too early if you were to meet at 5:30?
You mean two 2
Yeah,
plus
where two
2
plus the bare form. Yeah.
mm, mm.
Okay. Now we use if it wasn't for this expression, if it wasn't for plus a noun phrase, or if it weren't for plus the noun phrase to say that one situation is dependent on another situation or on a person. So for example, if it wasn't or weren't for Nina, the conference wouldn't be going ahead. So the two situations are dependent on each other. So this means it's something that will happen in the future. Okay. But if we would like to speak about the past, we would say if it hadn't been for that, I wouldn't have gone to college. Okay. So again, we can use this structure to say that two actions depend on each other, either in the present or future or the past.
Mm. So
Okay.
the last one here is the usage of the third conditional.
It's related more to the third conditional. Okay. But again, it's related to the structure itself. If it hadn't been for a fixed structure, it doesn't change.
Yes. Okay.
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 Now, in formal language, normally we can also use were it not for. Something like this. Were it not for Nina, had it not been for Dad, and had it not been for anyone, we can use it like this in informal situations to say the negative.
And is it still dependent clauses?
Yes.
Where it, yeah.
It normally it requires something else, so we'll not be able to leave it like this.
Okay.
Okay. We
Hey,
can
how
also
we
use.
translate them into Arabic?
Sorry?
How we translate these sentences into Arabic? Were it not for Nina, had it not been for Dad?
This will be very difficult. Okay, wait a minute.
Yeah,
لو
mostly they are the
لم
third
يكن
condition.
yeah, it's very difficult, but it's like okay,
لو
let's think about it. Weren't it for Nina? Okay, or if it hadn't been for Nina, something like that. Okay.
I think it means لولاها يعني.
Yeah, I think that it's just one word. It's yeah, I think لولا
لو
or
لم
yeah,
لو
actually.
لم يكن من أجل كذا.
This is too long. لو لم يكن, maybe لو لم يكن, but we.
لما كان.
Yeah.
I think we're making it more difficult.
Yeah, it's like لو لم يكن for Nina, لو لم يكن بسبب نينا for example.
لو ممكن تكون بدون نينا.
Maybe we can use بدون.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think لولا or بدون or لو لم يكن.
عشان خاطر نينا يعني في العربي بالبلدي يعني. عشان خاطرها.
لا, I think it's more of like
خاطر.
بسبب. Yes, I think it's more like بسبب my dad, for example, I went to college. Okay, أو لو لم يكن والدي موجود.
نينا.
Sorry? Again, Dunya, you're saying?
لأجل نينا.
No, it wouldn't be لأجل because لأجل means for the sake of Nina.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, so we need something that means that she is the reason.
لو لم يكن هي أحسن حاجة لحد
Yeah, I think لو لم يكن there is
لو لم
something
تكن.
missing.
المهم.
Yeah, لو لم يكن for Nina, we need something to translate for. I think لو لم يكن بسبب نينا or
What's the second part of the sentence?
Okay, the second point, it could be like, if it weren't for Nina, the conference wouldn't be going ahead.
أيوة لو لم تكن نينا لما عقد المؤتمر.
مؤتمر.
لو لم تكن نينا موجودة لما عقد المؤتمر.
Yes.
Yeah, I
لو
think it
لم
can.
يكن السبب نينا
لما عقد المؤتمر.
لما عقد المؤتمر.
I think
قصده هنا
so.
على
So the
حضورها.
conference is نينا.
Yeah, it can also work this way, I think.
مم.
Okay. So yeah, so this makes sense.
مم.
Okay.
Mm.
Now, also we can use but for with a similar meaning. Okay, particularly in formal contexts. For example, the village school would have been closed years ago, but for the determination of teachers. Okay, so it can give the same meaning using but for, but this one is more formal.
Mm.
Okay,
Mm.
good. Okay, so now before we go to more points, okay, would you like to have your break now?
Mm.
Okay, I think I'm gonna give you a break now before we continue talking about the second conditional, and then we'll go to the third conditional and other stuff. So let's have our 15-minute break, and then I will
Okay.
see you again at 8:45. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Please don't be late.
Okay.
Okay. And now, okay, so let me just back. Okay. Now we'll be looking at some more points related to the second conditional and so on. So first, let's compare these two sentences. Okay, now you will find, or you would see that the structure is a little bit different. So have a look, try to think if we can use it in this structure and what might be the difference. Okay, I'll give you like a minute or two. Okay, any ideas?
I think both of them can give the same meaning,
Okay,
but what's more accurate, the second one.
okay. Any other ideas? Okay, so let's say first, do you think both of them give the same meaning?
Yes.
Okay, Sarah, don't give me that look, please. Just
I'm trying to figure out what kind of trick this time. There
Okay.
has to be one.
I don't know. Why you think so? Like, okay.
I don't think anymore, I'm sure.
I'm a kind person inside. I'm a kind person inside. I was like-
Well, I
yeah.
don't know what.
Let's just try to think together. Do you think they give the same meaning? Meaning-wise, is it the same meaning? In the two sentences, is it the same meaning?
This is the trick. You're trying to force us to answer this question.
No,
and-
just it's
yeah.
not a trick. Just think. Is it the same meaning or a different meaning? That's it.
Okay. I think they're the same meaning, but maybe the second one is less likely to happen.
Okay. So, okay, any other ideas? Okay. Actually, both of them are the same meaning, and
Yeah.
both structures are correct. But now let's see
Yeah.
why can we use the first one more than the second one. Okay. See, Sarah, there was no trick. Okay. So, okay. Now, normally when the verb in the conditional clause is should, were, or had, we can remove F. We can take it off, take it out, sorry. Okay. So for example, we can say, should any of this cost you anything, send me the bill. Okay. Or it's the same meaning as if any of this should cost you, send me the bill. So instead of saying if any of this should cost you, we can just say should any of this cost you. Okay. It would be embarrassing were she to find the truth. So again, it's the same idea. And had they not rushed Joe to the hospital, she would have died. Okay, so we can use the three of them, the three verbs, without using F. So we can do that or use F. Both of them are fine. Okay. So, any questions here?
We're still talking about the second condition.
Yes, we're still talking kind of about the second conditional. Yes.
What about the third sentence?
The
Is it
third one is in
second
the
or
third
third
conditional.
condition?
Yes. The third
Ah.
one is in the third conditional only.
Okay, okay, thank you.
But wait a minute. No, I think the third one is still in the second. Okay. Did they? Okay, no, I think it's still in the second conditional. Like had they not rushed, it's still in the second conditional, past simple and would. But maybe the last one, the second part is would have. This is the confusing one.
So the third one also second condition?
It's kind of a mix between both of them. Okay, let me check this
So
one
how
again.
can we differentiate in this case
Yeah, I'm
between
gonna check
second
this one
and
again.
third? Because
Uh,
the structure
hadn't-
just like the third condition.
Yeah, I think it's the third if they hadn't rushed.
I didn't rush. No, it's still the third. Yeah, sorry, it's the third.
Third,
Yes.
yeah.
Third one. Yeah, okay.
It's the third.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay. So now I'll give you another question. Can we use if plus will in the same clause?
Everything is possible.
Again, sorry?
Everything is possible. Could be. Who knows?
I know. Okay, but
With you, doctor, everything is possible.
sorry guys. Sorry, I made you doubt everything you believed in, but it's just okay. So I have a look at the two sentences. Have a look at the two sentences and tell me what you feel. Do you feel that both of them are correct? Do you think we can use it this way, or why not? What do you think about the first one?
Okay.
Makes sense?
Easy if you, yeah.
Okay. Can we say it in another way?
Mm,
You
yes,
can
without using will or would.
Okay, so can we say open a window if it helps you to sleep?
Mm, yeah.
Sorry, open the window if
Okay, now we have two sentences. Open a window if it will help you to sleep, and open a window if it helps you to sleep. So which one do you think is more correct?
I think the first one, it will help you to sleep. I think so.
Okay. Now, what is the difference between open a window if it will help you to sleep and open a window if it helps you to sleep?
Mhm.
I think maybe the one with will means right now, a specific situation. While
Okay.
the one in present simple, like if this is normally or a general case with you.
Yeah,
if-
exactly. Like if it helps you normally to sleep, so you can open a window. Okay. What about the second one?
If you'll take your seats, you mean,
Mm.
doctor?
Sorry?
The second, if you'll take your seats, or you
Yes.
would take your seats? Okay.
Do you think it makes sense?
I think using would, it will be more polite.
Okay. Okay, so let's have let's look together and see when can we use each of them. So first, we don't usually use F plus will, which is known for everyone. However, we can use F plus will in the following situations. The first thing is when we talk about a result of something. Okay, so this sentence, in this sentence, open a window if it will help you to sleep. Sleeping is the result. Okay, just pay very close attention to this one. We can use it with the result. Okay, now if you look here in this on the second example, I'll be angry if it turns out that you were wrong or you're wrong. I cannot say if it will turn out because the result is being angry, not if it turn out. Okay, now do you get the difference? Again,
Yes.
again, in the second sentence, where is the result?
Be
It will
angry.
it
Be
will
angry.
help.
So is it in the F clause or in the second clause?
Second
The second
clause.
clause. So we do not use will plus F because the result
Okay.
is in the second clause.
Mm.
If we have the result in the F clause, we can use F plus will.
Okay.
Okay, so it's related to the result.
Mhm.
Okay, now regarding the second one, we normally use it in requests, which can give a meaning of
السبعين
if you're willing to.
70
Oh, yes.
Okay, like if you will or would take your seats, ladies and gentlemen, we can
صوت.
begin the meeting. Okay, so it makes it
يا
more
جودي.
polite. Okay, so it makes it more polite in requests.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now also in real conditionals, when we want to show that we disapprove something, we can stress will. So put that in mind. So if it's about disapproving something, we stress will. Like, for example, I'm tired. Well, if you will go to bed so late, I'm not surprised. Okay, so if it's like we disapprove something, we can normally stress will, because normally will is unstressed. So we can stress it in this situation. Okay. Also, we can use if won't when we talk about a refusal to do something, when you refuse to do something. So we can use F plus won't in the same clause. So for example, there is no point in trying to teach the class if they won't pay attention. Okay, so this is another case that we can use will plus if in the same clause, but this time it's negative. Okay, so take a moment, read the couple of sentences, and tell me if you have any questions. Okay, any questions?
No.
Okay,
No.
good. Okay, now normally when we compare something, okay, in comparison clauses, just a minute, everyone. Okay, so in comparison clauses, we can use as if followed by a noun phrase or ing clause, past participle, or 2 plus infinitive to introduce a comparison, okay, with a situation. So for example, Magnus walked in as if nothing had happened. So we're comparing two things, or we're explaining something, okay? When he caught the ball, Lee fell to the floor as if hit by a bullet. Okay, so again, we're explaining something or comparing a situation with a case that didn't happen actually. Okay, and this one is as though, sorry. And Dunya, this might be an answer to your question related to as though. Okay,
thank
so
you,
we
yes.
can use it instead of as if.
Yep.
Okay, and normally in informal speech, we can use it with the same meaning as like. Okay, like the crowd reacted as though they were watching a boxing match or as if they were watching a boxing match. He walked into the room like nothing had happened or as if nothing had happened. So like is more informal than as if or as though.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, so any questions before we move on to something else?
Okay.
Okay.
So, sorry, for the second point, imaginative situation also?
This one?
Yeah.
No, it's not imagining. It's something that we explain or we show the case which is opposite to the real case. And for example, take a look at the first one. The crowd reacted as though they were watching a boxing match. Okay, are they watching a boxing match?
No, they.
No, I'm just
Yeah.
saying they reacted in the same way, but this is not what actually happened. Yeah.
Okay. So you are stressing not using as if, but instead of using as if, I can use as though.
We can use as if, as though, or like, but like is informal.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Good. Now we'll be moving to talk about the negative a little bit. If not, unless, and whether. Okay, now let's pay good attention here because things can get a little bit confusing. So as we all know, unless is used in sentences meaning except if or if not, which is the basic thing that we all know. You can't travel on this train unless you have a reservation. Okay, can anyone tell me how can we use or how we can use if not in this sentence?
You can't
If you
travel on
don't
this
have a
train if you
reservation.
don't
Yes,
have.
if you don't have a reservation. Good. Now, with unless, we can use the present to talk about the future. So, for example, unless it rains, I'll pick you up at 6. Okay, we don't have to say unless it will rain. Unless it rains, I'll pick you up at 6. Okay, also in real conditional sentences, we can often use either unless or if not with a similar meaning. So have a look here. Okay, so unless the theater is able to raise 100,000 pounds, it will have to close, or if the theater isn't able to raise. So both of them give the same meaning.
Okay.
Okay, nice. However, now we will be talking about situations in which we use if not, but we cannot use unless. Because I know that when we teach students,
Mm.
we tell them that if not, we can remove it, we can put unless, but this doesn't happen in every situation. Okay, first,
You mean that it affects the meaning,
it
not
might
the
affect the
grammar
meaning.
points?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so the first thing is when we say in the main clause that an event or action in the if clause is unexpected. So for example, I'll be amazed of if Christy doesn't win. So I cannot use unless here.
Mm.
Okay, usually in questions also we do not use unless. If you don't pass the test, what will you do? Okay, also sometimes we use, or most of the time we use if not rather than unless in unreal sentences. If I weren't so tired, I'd give you a hand. I cannot use unless in this one. Okay. Now we can use it in unreal conditional sentences when the main clause is negative. So for example, she wouldn't have gone to university unless her parents had insisted. But again, this is the third conditional. This is more related to the third conditional.
Mm.
Okay, but as long as the first or the main clause is negative, we can use unless. If it's not negative, it will be very difficult to use unless.
Mm.
Okay, so have a look. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay.
Mm. Okay.
Any questions?
Mm.
Okay. Nice. Okay, now we can use if or whether to say that two possibilities have been talked or thought about, or to say that people are not sure about something. Okay.
Mm.
Good. So for example, they couldn't decide if or whether it was worth resetting the exam. Okay, so we can use them. We can use them in this case. Two possibilities that have been talked or thought about. Do you know if or whether Ben is at home? Okay, now whether can usually be followed immediately by or not. So for example, I didn't know if Aya was coming or not. So we can put it this way. Not if or not Aya was coming, we cannot put it this way. But we can say, I didn't know whether or not Aya was coming. So with whether, we can use not immediately after it, but we cannot use it immediately after if.
Mm. I didn't get that.
Okay, again, take a look at not in the first sentence. Does it come immediately after if or at the end of the sentence?
At the end.
Okay, what about the second one?
After
After.
whether.
Immediately after whether. It doesn't come at the end.
Mm.
Okay, so we normally say whether or not Aya was coming.
Mm.
It's
Okay,
But we can put it at the end of the sentence too.
how?
that we
Or-
cannot
or-
ever never say whether Aya was coming or
Yeah,
not.
I know, but normally just to differentiate that we cannot do this with if.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, so we can in whether we can do both of them, but with if it normally comes at the end.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Yeah. Okay.
So just only if it means if whether.
Again?
Only whether if it means if we put not immediately after whether in this case.
Yeah, we put it in case we have like two possibilities that we're discussing.
Okay, but other meanings we can say whether Aya was coming or not. and something else.
Okay, so we can put it at the end, we can put it immediately after it, so both of them are fine.
Mm.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
Yeah, whether Tom was.
Sorry, Dunya?
So whether Tom was coming or not, it's
Yes.
at the end.
Yeah, it can
Uh-huh.
come at the end or immediately after.
Oh yeah, okay, thank you. Okay.
Okay, now we use whether rather than if, so we do not normally use if in the coming situations. Okay, first, after a preposition. Okay.
Mm.
For example, we argued about. So if you have a preposition, we normally use whether. Okay. If we use if, it's normally informal.
Mm.
So we argued about whether butter or margarines was better for you. So if we use if, it's kind of informal. I couldn't decide whether to buy. Okay, so if we have to plus infinitive, we normally use whether to buy apples or bananas. So in these two cases, whether is more or is better than if in these two sentences.
Mm.
Okay, now if we have, for example, a pattern which is noun or adjective plus as, the whether means about or concerning. So for example, there was some disagreement as to whether. Okay,
Mm.
all of them, like as to whether means concerning he was eligible to play for France. So we cannot use as to if he was eligible. It will be very difficult.
Mm.
Okay, also with these verbs, okay, like conflict, confusion, debate, discussion, doubt, question, and so on. Like there was some doubt, there was some question, there was some confusion. We normally use whether with these verbs in case it's in the same what do we call it, the same structure.
Mm. So I can't use if in the first one.
As
There
to
was
if he was
something
eligible, it
as if
doesn't.
he was.
Sorry?
As if he was eligible to play for
No,
France.
as if it gives a different meaning.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
So
Okay.
the best one to be used here is basically as to whether.
And this is informal?
No, this one is fine. It's formal.
Mm. Okay.
Okay. Now, also we prefer whether rather than if.
Mm.
After verbs, advise, choose, consider, depend on, discuss, talk about, and think about. We normally prefer whether. Like you should consider whether the car you're interested in is in good value. So we normally, after these verbs, we use whether more than if.
Mm.
Okay. In a clause acting as a subject or a complement, we normally also use whether. Like whether the minister will quit over the issue remains to be seen. Okay, so if it acts as a subject or a complement, we normally use whether. So for example, the first issue is whether he knew he was committing a crime. Now it's a complement. So in these two cases, also we prefer whether than if.
Mm. Again, what's considered a subject or a complement?
Yes, subject or a complement.
In the second sentence, what's
Second
considered?
sentence, it's a complement.
Mm.
Okay, it's completing the sentence.
Mm. Okay.
Okay. Now, any questions related to anything before we move to the third conditional?
Doctor, when we write if clauses, we use commas to differentiate between these two condition clauses. What about with whether? We also use commas between sentences.
Okay, if it's a sentence like this one, for example, whether the minister will quit over the issue
Exactly.
remain, No,
That's
we
like
don't need a
negative.
comma here.
Mm.
We will
Okay.
normally use a comma if we have two separate clauses.
Mm.
Okay, like for example,
Okay.
if we go back, so if you look here, there was some disagreement as to whether there is no comma, because normally if we are using if or whether in the middle of the sentence, there's not normally a
It's
comma
in the
used.
middle. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. If it's at the beginning.
It's difficult with whether, because with whether we would not have like two separate sentences.
Okay. Mm.
Okay, like you can't say whether to buy apples or bananas. I can't decide. It wouldn't make sense. It normally comes in the middle.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so now we'll be moving to the third conditional, which is something that we all know. So I'll give you some time to look at this situation, to read it, and try to complete the sentence. Just a minute. Okay, any ideas?
Yeah.
Okay, so what can we use?
If I had known
Okay,
you were in a hospital, I would
Yeah,
have
okay.
come to see you.
okay, do you all agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can normally say, if I had known you were in hospital, I would have gone, or I would have come to see you. Okay, so, and this is basically the third conditional. Now, when do we use the third conditional? Have a look at the sentence, and again, I'll give you a minute, try to answer the questions.
Mhm. I think this is kind of regretting.
Okay, maybe.
Mm. Okay, done.
So did she go to the hospital?
No.
No.
Okay. Was Gary in
No.
the hospital?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Yes, he was in the hospital, but
yeah,
she
yeah.
didn't go. Okay. Does she regret it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Can she change it?
No.
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 Okay.
It's
So
too
did it
late.
happen in the past, present, or now?
Yes.
Pass.
Yeah, good. So basically, if we're talking about the third conditional, it's used to talk about events in the past that cannot be changed. Okay. So we are actually imagining how things would be in the past if something had happened in a different way. So as a result, it's mainly associated with regret. We normally use it to express that we regret something.
Mm.
Okay. For example, if I hadn't eaten so much at dinner, I wouldn't have felt so sick. Okay. So we mainly regret something that happened in the past and we cannot change it. Okay. And also, again, some teachers categorize or characterize the meaning of the third conditional as 0% chance of happening, i.e., we can't change it. So it's 0% that we can change anything.
Hmm.
Okay, now let's have a look here. First, I need you to tell me what the stressed words will be and the weak forms.
None,
Okay,
hospital,
okay,
gun, see.
okay. So if I'd known you were in a hospital, if I'd known you were in a hospital, I would have gone to see you. I would have gone to see you. Okay, so these are the stress. Okay, do you think intonation is the same?
Yeah. You said
Yeah.
it's always the same, yeah.
Yeah.
Rising and falling.
Rising and falling. Good. And if we reverse the sentences, intonation will be reversed. So, like for example, if I say, I would have gone to see you if I had known you were in hospital.
Yes, fallen and rising.
Yeah. So it depends on where the if clause is. Okay.
Mm.
And normally the form would be if plus the past perfect, and the second clause would be would have plus the past participle. Okay.
Mm.
So now we have 8 sentences. Put the sentences in the correct form. We will mainly be using the third conditional.
Mm.
Okay. Whether it's positive or negative, just think about it.
Can we do it now or we have to
Yes,
do
you
it
do it
online?
now.
Okay.
You didn't do anything at home, so do it now.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
No, I mean with you.
Yeah. No, you will not do it with me. I'll give you some
Mm.
time to do it alone first. So just make some notes.
Okay.
Let me know when you are almost over, everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Okay. So what about the second one? Anyone? Abdullah?
Yeah. He had missed. He had known some good decision just to catch them. If he had missed the train, he would have missed the flight too.
Okay, do we agree?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so let's have a look at the answers quickly and see if you have something different.
Mm.
Number 8, Dr. I'd been or I would have been.
Okay, so okay, wait a minute. Maybe this is okay. Let's have a look at the sentence. I wasn't tired last night. Okay, so if I had been tired, I think I would have. Okay, if I had been tired, yes, I had been. Okay, so Dunya, is it like different?
Sorry.
Again, what your question is had been or?
Yeah, number 8, I would been or
No,
I'd been. Sorry. I had been.
yes,
I'd
I had been. Yeah,
Yes.
apostrophe D
Yes.
can be
I'm
would,
sorry.
but not here.
Yes. Okay. That is my mistake. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Okay, any other questions? Anything that is not the same?
No, all of them are the same.
Okay, very good. Nice. Now, basically, this is somehow the only use for the third conditional, so we'll not stay long here. And now
Okay.
we'll be moving to wish, which can be kind of confusing to some people. Now, have a look at these or at this sentence here and decide or tell me which one you think we should choose. I'm sorry you're not well. I hope you feel better, or I wish you feel better.
Hope.
Why?
Mm,
I think I hope you feel better.
Okay.
Both of them.
Both of them. Okay.
I
no.
don't like that wish is natural. I don't feel like I wish you feel better. I hope
So-
you feel better.
So finally, which one do you choose?
I wish you a Merry Christmas. Yeah, so let's say why I hope you feel better and why it's I wish you a Merry Christmas. So let's compare these two sentences.
Yeah, please.
So,
So tell
is
me.
this a sensible question?
It is a sensible question, yes.
Could be both of them.
Maybe actually it's one of them. Okay.
I hope you feel better soon.
Okay, we'll see. Okay, we'll see. So normally you can say, I wish you luck. I wish you all the best. I wish you a happy birthday. I wish you Merry Christmas. Okay. So you wish someone something. Okay.
Mm,
Okay. Like,
Okay.
I wish you all the best in the future. I saw Mark before the exam and he wished me luck. Okay. So we say wish someone or somebody something but, okay, you cannot say, I wish that something happens. We normally use hope. So I'm sorry you're not well. I hope you feel better. Okay, not I wish you feel better. I hope you feel better. So when you wish for something to happen, we normally use I hope. Okay, like for example, I wish you a pleasant stay, or I hope you have a pleasant stay.
Hope.
Okay, is the difference
So
clear now?
both are correct here.
Which one?
I wish you, or should we choose one of them, or which
No,
one
no,
is
no.
correct?
I
or
wish you
both
a
are correct?
pleasant stay. This is correct. I hope you have a pleasant stay. This is correct. But we cannot say I wish you have.
Okay.
Okay. Like if you wish for someone to have something, it's again hope, not wish. Okay. Clear now?
Yep.
Good. Okay. Now we can also use wish to say that we regret something. That something isn't as we would like it. When we use wish in this way, we use the past. Okay, we said this one before, so we're gonna go through it quickly. So I wish I knew, which means now I don't and I regret it. I wish he didn't have to go, which means he has to go now. Do you wish you lived near the sea, which means you don't live near the sea. So I use the past with wish to speak about now or the present. Okay, to say that we regret something in the past, we use wish plus had. So for example, I wish I had known about the party, I would have gone, but I didn't. Okay. For example, it was a stupid thing to say, I wish I hadn't said it. So to express regret in the past using wish, we use wish plus had plus the past participle. Okay.
Okay.
Any questions?
Yep. Wish plus past. This is a present wish.
Yeah, this is a present meaning.
Present meaning. Wish plus past participle, past meaning.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Now we also have something that says, I wish I could. So we normally use, I wish I could do something, which means I regret I cannot do it now. Okay. I wish I could have done something, which means I regret I couldn't do it in the past.
Yes.
So for example, I'm sorry, I have to go. I wish I could stay. So it's about now, which is something I cannot do. I have met that man before. I wish I could remember, but I can't remember right now. Okay. So the second one, I hear the party was great. I wish I could have gone. So something that you wish you could do in the past. Okay, which is basically similar to the previous slide. Okay, I wish it would. Now, so this one, I wish I could. Now we move to I wish it would. Okay, let's see how we can use it. So it has been raining all day. Tanya doesn't like it, so she says, I wish it would stop raining. Okay, Tanya would like the rain to stop, but this will probably not happen. So when you wish for something to happen, but it would not normally happen, we can use this structure. I wish it would. Okay, like I wish plus would, when we would like something to happen or it change, usually the speaker doesn't expect it to happen. Like for example, if you're talking to someone who is very talkative and you say, I wish you would stop talking. I know deep inside that this person will not stop talking, but it's just a wish. Okay. Okay, now we'll be talking a little bit more about I wish I would. Okay, and we normally use it to complain about a situation. Okay, so the phone has been ringing for 5 minutes. I wish somebody would answer it. So we normally use it to complain about something. Okay, I wish you would something instead of just sitting and doing nothing. Okay, so again, you're complaining because this person does not do anything. Okay, also we can use wish I wouldn't to complain about things that people do repeatedly. Like if someone is doing something repeatedly, we can use I wish plus wouldn't. Like for example, I wish you wouldn't keep interrupting me, which means please do not interrupt me. Okay, we also use I wish plus would to say that we want something to happen, but we do not use I wish would to say that we would like things to be. So for example, let's have a look at these two sentences. I wish Sarah would come, which means I want her to come, but I wish Sarah was here. This is a state. Okay, not I wish Sarah would be here. Okay. Now, I wish somebody would buy my car, but I wish I had a car, not I wish I would have a car, because the meaning will be different. Okay, so I'll give you a moment, read again, and let me know if something is not clear.
About using would or could after wish, the meaning is also for present.
Which one?
I wish I could or I wish I would.
Okay, if you say I wish I would Sarah would come, it's basically related to the future. Okay, like you want something to
Okay.
happen. But if you would like
Okay.
something to be in the present, it will be very difficult to use it.
Okay.
Like, for example, if
But
you look
it's
at the
not
second
past.
sentence, I wish Sarah was
Ah.
here. It's
Okay.
about now, not in the future.
Yes, my wish.
Okay, but if you're using would, you are more referring to the future.
Okay.
Okay. Any other
Okay,
questions?
thank you.
Okay. Now I'll give you a minute. Okay. What would you say in these situations using I wish I would or I wish it would? Okay. So for example, the first one, it's raining, you want to go out, but not in the rain. So you would say, I wish it would stop raining. What about the second one? Anyone for the second sentence?
Yeah, I think
Hmm.
you were here or she was here. Both are correct.
Okay, so I wish she were here or she was here. Do you all agree?
Mm,
I wish
Okay.
she could come now.
I wish you, we need to
would.
use I wish would.
I wish you would come early.
I wish she would come early. Okay. We'll see later on.
Mm,
Okay. So I'll give you now some time to finish the rest. Just try to do them as quick as possible.
okay.
So we can, in the second one, we can say, I wish Jane would come, or would hurry up. So this can be the case. Ready?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So Rania, what do you think about number 3?
Okay, I'm looking at for a job. Okay, I wish somebody, I wrote it, would offer you one, or would offer you a job.
Okay. Do we agree?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. And what about number 4? Let's hear Abdullah. What do you think?
I think I wish he could. I wish he could stop crying.
Okay. And I wish you could.
I wish she would come down.
Okay. I wish she would calm down, or I wish she would stop crying. Yes.
Mm.
Okay. So okay. Let's say okay. Riham. What about number 4? Sorry, number 5. Any ideas?
No, I stopped thinking actually.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Okay. Noha, any ideas? Okay. Dunya?
I wish.
Hmm.
Can I say?
Okay. Go for it.
Okay. I wish he could have a new one
Maybe.
or a
Okay.
new piece.
Okay. Maybe. Dunya, any other answers?
It's mostly the same. I wish he would buy new clothes.
Okay. Yeah. So I wish you would buy some new clothes or anything.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
so when should we use would or could?
Okay.
Could, would.
Okay. Now, if we go back to I could, okay. So it's I wish I could something means you regret that you cannot do it.
It's related to ability, you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. But if we are using I wish I would, okay, like when you like something to happen or change.
Okay. Okay.
So could is related to ability, but would is more related to you wanting something to change.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now we will end the session with something more confusing, which is basically mixed conditionals. Like how we
Just
mix.
one question about wish.
Sorry?
One question about wish.
Sure.
Can I say I wish and does it have the same meaning for past?
I wished.
Yes.
I wished she would stop crying. Yeah, but if you say I wished she would stop crying, it means in the past, not now.
Yes, I mean in the past.
Yeah, I think we can. Yes,
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome. Okay, so we'll end it with the mixed conditionals. So first, have a look at this sentence. If I had worked harder at school, I would have a better job now. So have a look at this sentence and try to answer the 3 questions.
Mm.
Okay, so did I work hard at school?
No.
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 No. Okay,
No.
do I have a better job now?
No.
Maybe.
No.
I think no.
Maybe.
No.
I don't know.
No.
No.
Okay. Is it about now or in the past?
No.
Past.
Past.
No.
Okay, actually it's about both of them.
Mm.
Mhm.
Okay. The first part of the sentence, if I had
Yeah,
worked
the
harder
past.
at school, this is past.
Mm.
I would
Mm.
have a better job now.
The
No.
results in the present.
Yes. So it's basically a mix of which conditionals?
Mm.
First and third.
First, are you sure?
Third.
Second here.
Second. Second.
Second
Third.
and third. Yes. Okay. So sometimes we can use this mix. Okay. Like or the first thing we're gonna look at is the type of mixed condition refers to an unreal past condition and it's a probable result in the present.
Mm.
Okay, so it expresses actually something that's against reality, something that would be different now if something was different in the past. Okay, again, so if we look at the sentence again, if I had studied harder at school, which means I didn't.
Okay.
So if I change this in the past, like if I study hard in the past, I would have a better job now.
Yes.
Okay, so it's something unreal. I cannot change the past and I don't have a good job now.
This is unreal.
Exactly, something which is unreal. I'm just
Yeah.
imagining something that happened in the past and the effect in the present.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm using the first and the third.
I'm using the second and the third.
The second and the second and the third.
Yes. Okay.
Mm.
Now, if we look at this second one, okay, like for example, if I wasn't afraid of spiders, I would have picked it up. So again, is it past, present, or future?
Present.
Past.
The habit is past.
Past.
I used to be afraid of spiders, so it's past.
Okay.
All of them.
And now, related to now, I would have picked it up. So now.
So what is the difference between I would have picked it up and I would pick it up?
I'm regretting doing that. I can't
Not
do
doing
that.
Okay. So okay, let's have a look at the questions first. So was I afraid of spiders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Am I still
Yeah.
afraid of spiders?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Did I pick the spider up?
Nope.
No.
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 Okay. So normally we use this mix to refer to the past. Okay, like the past result of a past action.
Okay.
Okay, like
Using present situation.
sorry.
Using a present situation, like I
Now
have the
it's still happening now. And for example, I'm still afraid of spiders.
Yeah.
But the result, which is I would have picked it up, is in the past.
Yes. Yes. Oh, both of them in the past. Yes.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So I didn't actually pick it up.
Yes.
Okay. So the form is actually F plus the past simple, and the thing would have happened again. It's in the perfect. So again, both of them are in the past. Okay. So these were two kinds of mixed conditionals and how we can use them.
Using the second and third only.
Yeah,
Both of them
probably,
can-
or most of the time using the second and third
Okay.
to give like two different meanings.
Mm.
We can also use the first and second, or sorry, the first and second, yes, to express something else. Like for example, we can also say, have a look at this sentence. Okay, so if you read this sentence, shut up.
Mm.
Okay. If your father liked Terminator 1, which means, do you think he watched the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe, like
Yes.
if he watched the movie and he liked Terminator 1, he will like Terminator 2.
Mm.
Okay, so we can use them to say that based on something that happened in the past, something can happen in the present.
Mm.
Okay, or that I'm sure of the result in the present.
Yeah. So we were having such a sentence. Okay. I think it's number 4. Okay, and we were trying to solve it before this exercise.
Which one?
Let me remember. The factory computers.
The first exercise we
Yeah.
answered.
Mm,
The first exercise where? Sorry.
uh-huh. The first one, not in this slide.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Up,
find
up.
it.
Up. Yes, here. If the computer
Okay.
factory closed down, many people. I said about this, and I think my friends too. We were confusing about it. Not would be only. It can be will lose.
Yes, but if you're using will,
Mm,
okay, it means the factory like is almost closing, done. It's not an imaginary situation.
yes, but maybe I went through something like that before.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I watched something happen like this in the factory before, so I can use will lose, not will
Yeah,
lose.
sure.
It depends on the context.
Exactly, yes.
Okay.
Okay. So, any questions? Okay.
We need to study only.
Yes. You will need some more time studying. I know it's we have a lot of things in the session, but I'm just trying to get you as much as I can. So hopefully I'm not overwhelming you guys.
حتى لو هنعمل ايه بقى؟
ما علينا، مضطرين
معلش بقى.
Okay. شكرا رانيا، شكرا.